Welcome back to the Arbitress YouTube channel. In today's class we're going to learn how to make this beautiful bow that we see here. It's like a double layer bow. It's simple to make and it's very easy. It's a beginner friendly class. I'll take you through how to cut and sew this in this class. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. The measurements you are going to need for this depend on how big you want your bow to be. So this is just going to be a moderate size for me. If you want a bigger bow, you're going to increase your measurements. So you can see how I'm placing my fabric on fold like this. So for the width, after placing on fold, I'm working with a width of around 11 inches, and then the total length of the bow is going to be 16 inches. Okay, so if you want yours to be bigger, you just need to adjust your measurements. So for the bow part, the one that is squeezed, I'm going to be working with 6 inches. So from the upper part here, and I'm working directly on my fabric. So for the upper part here, I'm going to mark 6 inches like this, and then I'm going to make it into a straight line, just like this. Okay, so after getting that out, the next thing is to work on the lower part. For that, this measurement, this width that you have, you can divide it into two, or you just increase it a little bit. If I'm dividing this into two, I'll have half and half, so I'm just going to increase that a little bit and then mark 7 inches from there. So after marking the 7 inches like that, I'm going to take my straight ruler and then connect it to the edge here. Okay, you can see I'm connecting it. So after connecting it to the edge, from here I'm going to connect in a curvy way, okay, to this part. So please, if you have a better curve, please make use of it. So you can see how I'm placing my curve. I'm going to place my curve like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and create that curve. This is going to be it's going to just be a moderate bow. Like I said, it's not going to be so big. If you want yours to be bigger, you just need to increase your measurements. So if you notice, for the part that comes down like this, it's in sizes. There is one that is long, and then it has a smaller size as well. So the first one we have done here is the long one. So for the smaller size, from the center here, you're just going to come up by how different you want it to be. So I think around 4 inches is fine for me, which is here. So once you locate that, you're going to take your curve ruler again, and then you're going to make another curve up to your new measurement. So these are the 2 points you are going to have. Okay, I hope you understand that. One is going to be completely long, and then the other one is going to be short like this. So when you want to cut it, you're going to cut it with the measurement of the long one first before we remove the short one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut following the shape that I have here, and then here I'm going to cut this as well. And then we are cutting this. So after cutting like this, the next one, you're just going to cut the shorter part. I hope you understand that I'm not going to be cutting the two the same way. So you just lift one, and then you're going to cut that short part like this. Okay, so when you are done, this is what you are going to have. So now you're going to get another fabric, and then you're going to spread this on it, wrong side facing wrong side or right side facing right side, and then you're going to cut this exact shape that you have so that you can use them to turn out each other. So another way you can do this is just to fold the four together and then just cut them once. I've gone ahead to cut the second part now, and then I pinned it against each other, right side facing right side. So I'm going to go ahead and run a stitch all around it, and then leave a small space to turn it out. I've run my stitch and then I left this small space to turn it out. So all the corners that you have there, you make sure that you notch all of them, and then we're going to flip and iron. So I will carefully turn it out from this small space. So I'm done turning it now. You can see how puffy it is looking. So we're going to go ahead and iron it flat. So this place where I turned from, I'm going to close it up as well. I've gone ahead to iron it and you can see that it is looking flat now. Okay, and then here I use my hemming gun to close the opening as well. You can also sew it if you don't mind. So the next thing you're going to do now is to go ahead and close this part up like this. Then when you close it up, you're going to sew in your bow. So this is going to be turned like this, and then you're going to, you can first sew this down before you do this, or you just go ahead and take your needle and thread, and then you run a running stitch on this part. Okay, like I said, I'm putting this bow behind the dress of a child, so I don't want it too big. If you want yours to be bigger than this, the measurements that we worked with, you are going to increase it. The needle that I'm working with is very thick, so I cannot really do, it's not the regular needle, I cannot really do the running stitch all at once. So I'm going to be taking it in bits. So you can see how I'm passing my needle. I'm going to pass it till I get to the, once you are done running the stitch, you are going to drag it like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn this part like this. You can see I'm turning it. So you're going to drag as much as possible. My bow is not so big, so I'm not going to drag too much. I'm just going to leave it as it is now. So you find a way to secure the stitch that you have. So this is what the bow looks like. So you can actually leave it as it is now. So when you are sewing it, you make sure that you use a matching color of thread, or use an invisible thread. And you can also place maybe a trimming on this part. It's totally up to you. On the edges here as well, you can just sew something to it to make it more beautiful. So I'm just going to secure mine now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'm done tacking it now, and this is what it looks like. So you just need to tack this to the back of your dress or anywhere you want to place this. So I'm just going to be tacking this to a dress that I already made. It's for a small child, so I made it in a small size. If you want yours to be bigger than this, you just need to increase the measurements you're working with, and you can accessorize it anyhow you want. You can place beads, you can place stones, you can place trimmings, whatever it is that you want to use with it, if you don't want it display. I hope you enjoy making this simple tutorial with me. If you enjoyed this, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.